Today, we are here in San Diego at a very interesting juice bar, and we have this really passionate man, Richard Chisholm. He called himself a juice alchemist.
That's where the alchemy comes in, because oftentimes, very oftentimes, different pieces of cane taste differently. So I have to make a judgment call with each beverage I take. I usually take a little sip of each beverage before I sell it, and it makes for a lot of sips of beverage by the end of the day. And sometimes I wonder why I'm not hungry at night, and I think I know why though.
So Richard, tell us about your juice bar and why are you so passionate about it?
Well, actually, it's been a goal since 1992, Jen. I wrote it down. I learned about goal setting back then. I wrote it down that I wanted to do it. I was told that if I didn't know what I wanted to do at the time, and I read a book, do what you love and the money will follow. And it says in the book, if you don't know what you want to do, go back to a time in your life when you did enjoy what you were doing and do that. So I looked through all my old pictures, and it showed me having a Kool-Aid stand. I was 6 or 7, and I had like 4 employees, and running for more Kool-Aid and running deliveries, and I was having a great time. I was successful, and I thought, I don't really like Kool-Aid, but a juice bar. Maybe a juice bar would be good. So I thought, where is it going to be? And I looked through more of my pictures, and a little picture of me as a little kid of about 3 or 4, looking out to sea. I was on the beach, and so I thought, the beach, a juice bar, and I was living in Maryland at the time, and I thought, I think San Diego sounds good. So I just set a goal and loaded up my car and moved out here and stayed with a friend for a few months. And I got busy doing other things, and I forgot about the goal for a long time after that. I got busy working for a living and focusing on paying bills. I was traveling with a friend of mine that I'd met, David Wolf. In 2000, we were traveling in Maui, and after a long day of hiking, came across this fruit stand, and they were making fresh squeezed cane juice, sugar cane juice at the fruit stand. And after a long hot day and hiking in Hawaii, it was one of the best things I'd ever had in my life. And I decided in that moment I wanted to have that in my life forever. So I came home and I ordered one on the internet and started juicing at all of David Wolf's raw food lectures that were in the area in the Southwest. Started bottling it and selling it and delivering it to people's homes. And I got a lot of joy out of that. I actually supported myself. Then I got busy. I got caught up in the making money thing again, which money and finance and romance can be very distracting for me in my life to get me off my path.
For everybody, for me too.
So someone started showing me how to sell used cars and go into charity auctions. So I started doing that, and I got it, and I bought and sold a lot of cars, and I got into the money thing, and I forgot about my dreams for a while. And so back in February, I was cruising through this area, and I noticed that the Smoothie King that had been here was gone. So the money from the cars, I was kind of scared that I would waste that, as I always have in my life. And then this opportunity presented itself, and it seemed outlandishly expensive, and the market was crashing, and there was a juice bar that was just here that just failed after 60 days of being open. No one out there agreed with me that it was a brilliant idea for a thing to do with my money, but I'd always had it in my heart to share this passion for juice, and it expanded from making sugarcane juice into vegetable juices and using raw cacao and fruit and durian and many different beverages. It has to be perfect. It has to be as good as I can do. You get a little bit of my heart and soul in every beverage that I make. So I care. I care about what I make. I care a lot, and I want it to be the very best it can possibly be. So that's the beauty of it. And if you find that it's a little limier than you like, or a little more caney than you like, I can add more cane to it.
No, it's a little limier, but I love limey.
You like
I
limey?
like
Good.
limey.
It expanded from just making juice to creating a space for people to have community with each other. This is what's become most important for me in my life. I gave hug workshops for a couple of years in between as well, because I found that I love settings where people feel safe enough to be intimate and open and loving and just want to be together and stay together and create that community. And I found it to be challenging in this part of the country, in this country period, but in this area for me it's very materialistic at times. And I thought, I want to have a place, and maybe the juice is what will bring the people in to create the setting. So a large part of why I'm doing what I'm doing is to create a space for people to come and feel connected, so that I, and this is the bottom line, but also that I get to feel the connection with the people and feel a part of and create some timeless community so we can lift each other up. I have to say it's been scary. It's been scary. My demons, since I signed the line on March 17th, I think the day was, and started handing all the money out, the money's been drastically going that way since March. And my demons that don't believe that I deserve to have good things and that I don't deserve to be successful have been on me all day and all night. 1 o'clock, I wake up at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, day after day, week after week, a lot of days with that voice in my head saying, man, you've got to sell it. This is never going to work. You don't deserve it. You aren't capable of it. It's a stupid idea. The economy's,
I see.
And I would meditate and write about it and get clear. And then I wrote out my mission statement about all the reasons why I need to do this. It's important. I realized I had this desire to share unconditional love and that I had a gift for it, but I couldn't really find a mechanism for it. I thought it was a book. I made bumper stickers. I couldn't find a way to be supported in this three-dimensional world with unconditional love ideas and talking about it. And so what finally happened with the juice was I realized that I created a setting. It was a space. I was creating a space, that I had this gift, and somehow by creating the space that was going to support me, because I'm supporting others, it's going to support me somehow. And so when I set up my juice stand in places, I had that experience. I'd put up a little music and people would just come and hang out and just hang out and hang out. And everyone would just turn into a big love-in. And I'm like, there's a clue here. Your job is not necessarily your mission or your calling. So the juice isn't necessarily it. It's just a mechanism to bring the people in, to love each other and to learn to be in community and to lift all of us, me included, up. And to synergize together and to love each other and to kind of break it back down to the simple things in life.